And what is up, guys? Technical Stinkers here, checking in on our little 3D print operation for today. I'm just a regular guy. I got interested in 3D printing, and I'm trying to find things to print them, and sell them on the internet, do some exhibition prints here and there, kind of a side income, side hustle sort of thing. Follow along in the process if you're interested in doing that or just generally interested in 3D printing. Let me know what you want to see in the comments below. So if you've been watching the channel, you know I've been kind of belly aching here about, I don't like clutter. I don't like stuff hanging around. I don't like this kind of here. It gives me agita. That's why I have all these storage cabinets here. I got lots of storage everywhere. And my previous video, I was putting together a closet to store some more stuff because I like to collect things and, not ever see them. But all these 3D prints that I had up on top of my shelves, they're kind of making me crazy, and it prompted me to think, am I ever going to sell these things? Now, I still got a couple of them here. The giant Moai head, the UJoy bio print, one of the T-Rex skulls, a few other things. I also got the big dummy 13 over there. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with him. But it kind of prompted me to think, am I going to sell these things? So I took a look at my Etsy traffic. All right, so it wasn't long ago that I moved everything over to another Etsy account, all my art prints. And so this is from all time. I didn't really have much going on here in December, but this is like a month and a half. And then this is where I had my store on vacation mode because I was out for a long time. And you can see my traffic's picked back up, but overall, these are not very high numbers, especially compared to what a lot of other people sell. And you can see most of the interest, the views and the favorites or whatever are on these really expensive prints, like the giant Glock, the giant T-Rex skull, some of these other things, but it kind of feathers out pretty quickly. And that's to be expected. I think most Etsy sellers don't expect immediate results out of the gate. But I'm not most Etsy sellers. I want the results immediately out of the gate, and storing all these things was kind of creating a headache. I know a lot of people print on demand. They'll wait for the order to come in and then print it, but you're talking like, a couple extra days of waiting for the order to print before you ship it. And then I don't like making customers wait. My belief is that things should go out the door immediately, because if people are having to wait, that's going to be a negative in the customer's experience. May lead to a negative review or just a general bad experience, or messages that you're going to have to answer. I know a lot of people don't really mind having them answer messages, but I really hate answering messages. And so you may recall that I have retail stores, and I've been putting some of my 3D prints there, some of the larger T-Rex skulls and some of these other ones. And so I've decided to take all the big prints there and put them in for decoration. They're just sitting here taking up space, making me crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of those, remove them from my Etsy. The ultra large art prints, I'll kind of keep a few of them. Giant Moai heads, T-Rex skull, crowd pleaser stuff. I'm going to hang on to those and keep printing those. I'm going to keep going with the skulls because I am kind of selling these. But some of those larger ones that I spent all the time processing, like the giant Glocks, they take so much time to put together, and for a $100 payoff on it, it's just not worth it. So I took these large prints over to my warehouse, and I told them, you could send it out to the stores, sell it for whatever you think it'll sell for. Doesn't matter what it costs to print me, just, sell it, give it away. And if you don't think it's gonna sell at all, just pitch it and don't tell me about it. Roll that. So all loaded up, got all the stuff in here, all the big stuff, minus a couple things that I'm hanging on to. My biggest worry right now is the giant nuclear bombs that I have in the back here. And I got stuff in the truck bed, and it's starting to rain, so. But in a store though.
We know he's gonna buy it. We know he's gonna buy it. We know he's gonna buy it.
I thought about doing like the fuck. Pass. That one broke.
I think the guns are cool, but...
Well, keep one as a lobby piece. We'll put these on the maybe list. Pass. That's enough for me. Yeah. He's a gun guy, by the way. He knows these things.
We set him up dueling guns in the lobby.
Okay. So yes to these? All right.
Yeah. This too. We already have one in the store. You painted this one, though. That
is painted, yeah. So, glow in the dark, yeah. They do fluoresce.
Yeah, Gastronomy can take these. They have the black light.
Ah, even better. I was like melt them down and like, I'm gonna take that barrel I got and cut the top off of it, and then like cut a hole in the bottom to watch all the plastic just ooze out like lava style. Yes, stuff over here. Fuck. Yeah, what's that material? Fused filament printer. So it's one filament, or it fuses two filaments together? I should know this, right? So long. Farewell 3D prints. And so what am I gonna do with some of these larger art prints now that I've kind of parted ways with some of the larger things that I had done that I'd done previously? My thinking is that everyone's on the Etsy hate bandwagon right now because of their fees, or they're appealing to shareholders and kind of throwing creators by the wayside, or allowing Chinese drop shippers or AI people to come in. I've never felt betrayed by Etsy because I guess I started late and really I'm not in that creative lane, I suppose. And so I never felt betrayed. I mean, I just assume they're acting and operating like a normal business would. So my thinking is, instead of trying to continue moving these on Etsy, is to take some of these larger prints, take the exact amount that it cost me to produce it, and put it on eBay and start the listing at that price. And so if I sell it, then, for like the bottom dollar, then, I kind of covered my costs and I was able to get some media out of it. And if I sell it for more than that, then that's great. I'll run it as an auction to kind of entice people to come in and bid on it and maybe sell it. And if not, we'll give it a few months to try that out. If that doesn't work, then we can kind of reevaluate at that point, continue doing it on Etsy, lower the price, or just kind of send it out to retail stores. I could also just go back to doing print on demand. So if I get an order for one of these large prints, then just kind of make my peace with the fact the customer may be upset about it and print it on demand. It takes a few extra days, but I ship it out from there. And that way I don't have to stockpile these things because they take up a lot of room. It's kind of a lot different when you're printing something that's small, like these small functional prints that a lot of people tend to print. You can put those in a shoebox and put them in a drawer, and then someone buys it, you just pick it out. These things obviously take up a lot of space, so it's kind of getting a bit unruly in here. And I did find a spot for the Dummy 13. So that's what's going on in the world today. Let me know what you think about that. Am I too neurotic? Could I just have dealt with the 3D prints kind of sitting around? Would you have thrown them away? Would you have tried to take them to a gun shop and sell them there or any other places? Or would you just kind of say like, yeah, they were kind of crummy prints. You were learning a lot through the process and no one's gonna buy them anyway. So you're right to pitch them and just kind of chalk that up to a learning experience. It was a cheap lesson overall. Let me know what you think about any and all of that in the comments below. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. I'm the Technicals. See you next time.